Hey guys, welcome back to WrestlingRumors.net's official YouTube channel. Please subscribe to this channel. Make sure you're checking out WrestlingRumors.net. Sam, we got a little weekend wrap-up planned for us today.
All right, why don't you go ahead and tell me what the first topic is?
All right, well, first, listen, with me as always is the beautiful Sam Daley, at LadyNexus13 on Twitter. I am at Adam Daley13 on Twitter. Sam, couple quick stories that came out this weekend. As reported by our very own John Alba, Chris Walter took care of these stories. Thank you guys. First one, Sam. Hulk Hogan is campaigning and politicking for a match at WrestleMania 32.
That's a joke, right?
No, this is legitimate. This is legitimate.
He's campaigning. It's not like they said that he's going to come out. He's the one trying to.
He's trying to get a match.
Okay.
He wants a match.
No, it's not going to happen.
Bathroom break match.
No. WWE, please do not do this. I don't want Hulk Hogan at my WrestleMania. Why on earth? I've never understood this. Whenever Hulk Hogan was in TNA before he came back to WWE, basically the consensus was he destroyed TNA. Then when he came back to WWE, it was all back to all hail Hogan. I've never understood this. I never really let the whole TNA thing go, so I'm done with Hogan. I don't want him ringside. I don't want him as a guest ref. I don't want him as GM. And I sure as hell don't want him in a match.
All right,
so please, don't do it.
Listen, I understand. I agree with you. I've never been a Hogan fan ever. Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe with the Hollywood Hogan years a little bit, but it was more about the NWO than him. I've never been a Hogan fan. I've never... But I guess let me say this. From a business standpoint, I think it does make sense to bring him to the event. But does it make sense to put him in a match? We saw what happened with Bret Hart at WrestleMania 26. It wasn't, and this is nothing against Bret, it was not good. It didn't go well. It didn't flow well. It felt forced. It felt rushed. Who could they put him up? Is it him versus Cena?
That doesn't even make any sense unless he's going to be a Hollywood Hogan or
something.
No,
because...
the only way I'll be interested in this match is if it's Hulk Hogan versus Curtis Axel in a shirt-ripping contest. That's all I want. I just want him to go against Curtis Axel to see who rips their shirt the best. That's it. They don't have to wrestle. Nothing. Just give me that match. I'll be satisfied with
At this age, it's probably Curtis Axel. Cena and Hogan on a tag team.
I've actually been thinking that for close to a year now, that it should be Cena, Hogan versus Rusev, somebody else.
Right.
Like, maybe bring back a Kosloff or
or
somebody Russian to come back and be in Rusev's.
And it doesn't even have to be a Russian. It could be anybody.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
I just figured it's a whole USA versus Russia thing.
That's still going to be going on a year from now, though.
I don't think so. That's why I had this thought in my mind a year ago, and it still hasn't come out to play, so I highly doubt that that's going to be something they do at WrestleMania next year.
I mean, granted, don't get me wrong. I know that there's still an attraction for Hogan. I know there's still an appeal for Hogan somewhat, but to me it feels like it's kind of not as heavy as it used to be. Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest, if he's in a match, that's my bathroom break match. Because it can't be long.
That's everybody's bathroom.
How many times have I seen punch, kick, back rake, leg drop, Hulk up?
That's why it shouldn't be a match. The match should be a rip tearing, a shirt tearing match. That's it.
And granted, age shouldn't matter, but 60 years old now, and I mean, hasn't been in the ring for, competing for how long, and I just can't see how it goes over well. Now, issue number 2.
I'm done with Hogan. Give me the next one.
Michelle Beadle turns heel on WWE. I love a good heel turn. Sam, was this warranted?
I just think this was the mad ramblings of a pissed off woman. It came out of nowhere. It was so random. It only came after she was denied access into the Mayweather fight. It's the only reason why it came out. Had there been no issues and she would have gotten her pass like she was supposed to, would she have still gone after WWE and Triple H like this? Is my question.
Well, I think that's a big question too, is because
I think she was just pissed off.
I'll say this. I before we get into anything else, I'm not going to say anything about Floyd Mayweather because I personally think he's the scum of the earth. Until you start investing that money into your community, into literacy programs, into different things, I can't stand Floyd Mayweather. You put your hands on a female, it could be alleged as you want, but 7 times now, 7 allegations, it's like Bill Cosby. How many allegations do the American people have to hear before it becomes fact?
My question is, how many of those women were mouthy? I'm just saying, sometimes women are asking for it. I know I do all the time.
He beat his wife in front of their children.
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
I'm not.
Relax.
No,
Jesus. I'm not condoning going home and beating your wife tonight.
I am just anti-Floyd Mayweather altogether because when it comes down to the amount of power that man has and the good that he could do for the community, he doesn't. It's all about him. It's all about his money. Now, here's what I'm going to say about Michelle Beadle. I think that this is very interesting because she's been this big WWE fanatic for years now. But she didn't have an issue with Triple H walking Mayweather to the ring.
Where was this
a month before?
Years ago?
Right, a month before Mayweather served jail time, even though he was not guilty. Triple H, but she was still a fan then. Mm-hmm. She was a fan afterwards. I think, and I know we disagree on this one, but I think there's something with that Brock Lesnar interview that she did. And this is just me taking a guess at something, guys. I don't think Beadle thought she was getting the answer out of Brock Lesnar that what she wanted. I'm talking about pre-WrestleMania when Lesnar went on SportsCenter to announce that he re-signed with WWE. I truly believe that she felt that he was re-signing with UFC. And I feel like
we all thought he was re-signing with UFC.
Absolutely. But I think when you put it on a grand stage like that, she basically got worked. And I don't know. I don't know this to be sure, guys.
Is that any different than the LeBron thing? Like, I'm going to South Beach.
I agree.
Bam. No, it's the exact same thing.
It is, but it isn't, because ESPN doesn't look at professional wrestling, sports entertainment, as anything legitimate. So when you do get that big time stage, I think SportsCenter gave them that spot because it was going to be Brock's going back to UFC. When the tables got flipped on ESPN and they realized they had this giant segment about WWE, and I'm not saying they don't have other people within the network to support WWE, and they don't have WWE guys and girls on from time to time, but what I am saying is that typically they do not cover WWE at all. So if she wasn't in the know, and maybe she took some heat from ESPN, and this, again, guys, I don't know, this is just me, thinking out loud, there's a strained relationship somewhere. I think that, granted, she took to Twitter, she voiced her displeasure, and even though I agree with every word that she said, mm-hmm. I still don't think that this was the time, because where was this months ago? Where was this years ago? Yeah. Where was it? Why now? I feel like there's some sort of,
Like I said, I can, again, like you said, I completely agree with her 100%. You should never go out and beat a woman, even if they're asking for it, but we're not going to go to that place right now. My whole thing is, it was just so random. She just got so pissed off about the whole Mayweather thing, and she's lashing out at Triple H because guilty by association. He's friends with Mayweather. She's gonna go after him. She was so pissed off at him. She's gonna go after him too. Here's
the thing to keep in mind: we don't know the full story.
Where's the tweet basically dissing Justin Bieber? Then if you're gonna tweet out saying how much you hate Triple H and you're not,
but she's not affiliated with them.
No, you're gonna go against a company where one man is friends with someone, but you're not gonna go against Bieber, who makes his money by selling music and merchandise to tween girls.
Right, but here's my point though: is that Beadle has a business relationship.
It's a double standard.
No, it isn't, because Beadle has a business relationship with the WWE. Beadle has zero business relationship with Justin Bieber, none, no association whatsoever. Beadle is.
And this is the one time and the last time we're talking about Justin Bieber on this show, by the way.
Listen, just keep in mind, guilt by association, like you said, it's unfair but think about this. Her champion, her being a WWE champion, basically always, being a great mouthpiece and a great crossover mouthpiece for WWE, she is then linked by guilt by association. If you want to play 6 degrees of separation, Mayweather to Triple H to her now because So I understand if she felt like she needed to separate herself, especially over what happened with Rachel Nichols and her over the weekend with the press passes.
That has nothing to do with WWE. It was all to do with Mayweather.
I agree, but we don't know the full story. I just think I'm in agreement with you. I do think that it was a little out of the ordinary to jump all over Triple H and WWE because her press passes got pulled.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I completely agree with what she says, but it was just out of the blue, from out of nowhere.
I don't think it's as out of the blue. I mean, for us, it's out of the blue.
It was an RKO to Twitter. It came out from nowhere.
Agreed. No, that's a great analogy. But I think for us it is, but there might be some bad blood between the two parties, between Beadle and WWE, and for some reason this might have been the tipping point. Listen, I love Triple H. I love Michelle Beadle.
Getting cock blocked by AJ didn't do it?
I'm skipping that one. So let's move on that one. So Sam, Undertaker's contract is about to expire, as in very soon.
As in his million-year contract finally coming to an end? Is he really that old already?
As in
is he a million years old already?
His infinite contract is about to come to an end. No, so here's the long and the skinny of it. His contract's coming to an end. The basic fear is that he's not going to re-sign. What's going to happen with WrestleMania 32? Obviously, they're going to offer him a Legends contract. It said it's going to be a little bit more, there's going to have a little bit extra, it's going to be a bigger Legends contract than other superstars have received, which makes sense.
So basically, he's going to get paid more.
I don't necessarily know if it's that. I just think that, I mean, yeah, money's probably going to be an issue, but it didn't really say...
You said bigger contract than most legends receive.
There's going to be...
That would mean monetary value to me, right?
I think...
He'd be getting paid more?
Endorsements, probably endorsements, different things like that. I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know as far as that goes. Now, what does this mean for WrestleMania 32?
I think it still means that I'm pushing for an Undertaker Sting match.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think this changes anything. I mean, he's only around once a year anyways. Right. Why is he not already a Legends contract and everyone's just fighting a Legend at WrestleMania?
I agree. Honestly, I think, and that's actually a really good point. If he was already under a Legends contract, and granted, it's if he was under contract, they can't just scrap that one, and, you know. But I like the fact that and although this will be his last WrestleMania, let's be honest, guys, that this is probably his last WrestleMania. 95% sure. But this should be his last WrestleMania. So then, the Legends contract out there, it could be appearances, it could be X number. We don't really know what comes in his Legends deal. But they said that his is going to be a little bit more, there's going to be added stuff into it. Now, whether that means, whether it's money, whether it's appearances, whether it's merchandise, it could just be a merchandise deal where they always have Undertaker merch. Because let's face it, the one person I think that deserves a little bit more, that has the right, that's earned it. We always say people earning it. Taker has earned, I think, everything WWE has given him.
Out of everybody, Undertaker's the one that deserves everything he gets.
Yeah, I mean, he's
like their pillar for the longest time. He was the only one.
He was locker room general.
Everyone in the world knows Undertaker. You don't have to be a WWE fan to know who Undertaker is and to know what he looks like and just everything. He's
WWE. He is WWE, and he's the only person. He's the only person that could have pulled off the Undertaker gimmick. He is. He's the only person that could have pulled it off, especially this many years later. He's the only person that could have pulled it off.
I definitely agree.
So, all right, guys, this has been a quick weekend recap of what's been going on in the wrestling world. This is Sam Daley. Please follow her at LadyNexus13 on Twitter. I am Adam Daley. Follow me at AdamDaley13. Guys, we'll be on tonight for a pre-Raw show with WrestlingRumors.net and for a quick post-show. Make sure you're tuned into that.
Immediately following Raw tonight. So... come join us live following Raw.
It's a live experience, guys. So, and make sure, please, guys, you're subscribing to this very channel. Make sure you're liking this video for us too. Share it. Let your friends know that we are now on WrestlingRumors.net. And make sure you're checking out WrestlingRumors.net. Guys, until next time, we'll see you later.